So this is a PSA educational film thing from the 50s, 1955 to be exact, called The Gossip. I assume it's going to be about how you shouldn't gossip. Someone sent this. I haven't seen it. Hopefully it's good. Discussion problems in group living. The Gossip. A Centron production.
The Gossip. This is a true story. The names have been changed to protect the innocent and the guilty. Mainly, it's the story of Laura and Jean.
There's nothing funny about the tools.
Laura and Jean were best friends. They doubled down.
Time for the real tiebreaker, and all the Republicans and Democrats meet in the Thunderdome. That'd be so boring. They're all so old. They're all so old.
Dated together. They studied together.
Have we watched Boys Beware? Yes, we have.
And often, after school, they went to the corner drugstore together. The drugstore was a favorite hangout. Some of the kids drank Cokes, others read magazines, and they all talked. Talking's lots of fun, except sometimes when you talk about people, that's when the trouble starts.
Holy crap, could they not find anyone who's better at doing voiceover? Like, I'm not good at that shit either. Reading off copy? That's a bitch. I totally understand that. That's rough. But, like, if you're there and you're like...
There's nothing funny about the tools.
But when you're talking about people, that's when the trouble starts. At some point, someone needs to go, oh god. We should probably find someone else to read this. MMO addicted to 20 bits. They may be old, but motivated. I can see Mitch McConnell ripping someone's eyes out. Mitch McConnell would have a heart attack 3 seconds into that. And the second he stepped foot, his entire body would turn into one big bruise. That man, I can't believe he's still standing.
I saw them together yesterday. Of course, I'm just telling you what I saw and heard, but, well, hell, hi.
She doesn't do the voiceover more than the beginning and the end. Good. Wing the Ultimate Nug is a drugstore. Do they get Coke, the drug, or Coca-Cola? Coca-Cola. Drugstores.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
This might be something non-Americans don't know, or even some Americans. I don't know. Drugstores were, like, where the soda fountains were in a lot of towns. Like, if you had, like, a soda... What do they call them? Soda hops? I don't remember. Because soda, when it was introduced, Coca-Cola and other stuff, it was considered a form of, like, medicine. It wasn't. It was cocaine mixed with wine, and then when it wasn't, that was only for a very brief period. Even after that, like, stuff like Dr. Pepper, stuff like Coke, stuff like Pepsi, it was branded as, like, it's good for your health, which is, of course, nonsense. But even though it eventually turned into, like, a recreational, like, you drink it because it tastes good, soda fountains were still often found at, like, local drugstores. Eventually, those sort of evolved, and a lot of towns got, you know, like little diners or
funny about the tools of
what's I can't even think of the word for, like, the kind of restaurant, but, you know, a little, like in Back to the Future, that's like a diner, right? Eventually, that stuff would move into more like a restaurant-type setting, but a lot of towns, and you see this in the Twilight Zone, too. In the Twilight Zone, in the first season, there's an early episode where one of the guys goes back in time to his hometown, and he has a soda fountain at a drugstore that he used to hang out at. So it was a thing. Soda fountains used to be in drugstores. Wind changer with 20 bits. Then they will claim the Thunderdome was biased. Guardian Eden with 20 bits. Honestly, because of the way he stands, I expect that if Trump was put into the Thunderdome, he would transform into his true form, a centaur. Okay, yeah, I can see that. I'm addicted. Why are you dissing on the geriatric Republican Ninja Turtles? With the pizza budget running out, they had to make a compromise and train him. Wing the Ultimate Nug. Cocaine mixed with wine. Do you not know that? Coca-Cola is called Coca-Cola because it involves the coca plant, right? The coca plant, which is the same plant that they make cocaine from. The original Coca-Cola was like wine mixed with cocaine. Cocaine was like a wonder drug back in the day. People would use it for all sorts of things, like topical analgesic, and other stuff. It was used for surgeries, and I think in some cases for certain like gum surgeries and stuff, it still is. Rarely though. But yeah, it was like wine, red wine mixed with cocaine. That was the original Coca-Cola. Very quickly, it changed to something else though, because I think it got invented. Let's look into the history of that real quick. History of Coke. To this day, by the way, MSNBC cut the video to Trump right after he started. Good.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Looking more, yeah. Wikipedia will probably help. Coca-Cola, the corporation. I don't know. Is the Coca-Cola company? Do they have a parent company? I don't know. The Coca-Cola company is the only company in the United States that can import coca leaves. Because even though cocaine is not part of the recipe, they still do use coca leaves in Coca-Cola, but they're the only company that can import them, because guess what? You can make cocaine with those. It always made me wonder, not a real conspiracy theory, but a funny one, that like somewhere under the table, Coca-Cola has like a huge cocaine ring that no one knows about.
There's nothing
Just
funny
a thought.
about the tools of capitalism.
He stands like a centaur with missing back legs. Yeah, I've seen this. Hold on, let me... Yeah, I've seen that. It's funny. Coca-Cola mixed with red wine is a drink in Italy. If some party I'm at serves shit wine, I mix it with Coca-Cola to make it bearable. Gods, I'm bougie. Is that bougie? It just sounds weird to me. But hey, that's going to be relative, isn't it? The secret ingredient is love and a little bit of cocaine. Tucker White 94 with 200 bits. I have an announcement from this moment. Everyone must bow to your new bits leader. Mwahaha. Congrats. Wing the ultimate nug with 100 bits. Coca-Cola does have a huge Coke ring. How would they not? You know what I mean. Don't make the jokes. Don't make the jokes. 19th century origins. Confederate Colonel John Pemberton, wounded in the American Civil War, addicted to morphine, also had a medical degree and began a quest to find a substitute for the problematic drug. In 1885, at Pemberton Eagle Drug and Chemical House, his drugstore in Columbus, Georgia, he registered Pemberton's French wine Coca Nerve Tonic. Pemberton's tonic may have been inspired by the formidable success of Vin Martini, a French courtesan, Cortican? Is that courtesan? Whatever that word is. I'm real good at reading. Wine Coca Nerve Tonic. Pemberton's tonic may have been inspired by formidable success of Vin Mary. I read that sentence. Good job, me. But his recipe additionally included the African cola nut, the beverage's source of caffeine. MMO Addicted, you were saying Tucky, baby? Tukey? I don't know what that is. I cannot English good. I'm very bad at speaking, believe it or not. It's also worth noting that Spanish drink called Cola Coca was present at a contest in Philadelphia in 1885, a year before the official birth of Coca-Cola. The rights for the Spanish drink were bought by Coca-Cola in 1953. In 1886, when Atlanta and Fulton County passed prohibition legislation, Pemberton responded by developing Coca-Cola, a non-alcoholic version of the Pemberton's French wine Coca. It was marketed as Coca-Cola, the temperance drink, which appealed to many people as the temperance movement enjoyed wide support during this time. The first sales were at Jacob's Pharmacy in Atlanta, Georgia on May the 8th, 1886, where it initially sold for 5 cents a glass. Drugstore soda fountains were popular in the United States at the time due to the belief that carbonated water was good for health, and Pemberton's new drink was marketed and sold as a patent medicine. Pemberton claiming it a cure for many diseases including morphine addiction and indigestion, nerve disorder, headaches, and impotence. Right, Pemberton ran first advertisements for the beverage on May 29th the same year in the Atlanta Journal. You heard it here first, folks. Coca-Cola, it'll help you with your boners. Wind Changer, you always do a good job, Hannah. Oh, thank you. I do the self-deprecation. I'm fine with the way I operate in my streams. I'm not as, you know. Tucker White 94, damn you, MMO Addicted, and then MMO Addicted. I just overtook Tucker again. Wow, please, by all means, fight, okay? I'm Halliburton, and you two are the United States and Iraq. Or Afghanistan, and you guys can decide who's who. Wing the Ultimate Nug, you have Coca-Cola, the people who own and make recipes. Then you have Coke, the factory. They coexist, but they aren't owned by the same people for some reason. That's interesting. I wonder why.
Everyone, I'm sorry to interrupt, but Laura, don't you and Mary forget the meeting in Mrs. Hoover's office tomorrow afternoon at 3:30.
3:30.
What meeting's this?
The pep club, Frida.
We've got to nominate people for next year's officers.
Who's going to be up for president?
Well, the names will be posted on the bulletin board Thursday morning, Frida.
Oh, sure, but come on now, you must have some idea now who'll be...
No. Bye, everyone.
Bye,
Mother.
bye. Well, who does she think she is, keeping it all to herself? Is friend Jean your candidate for Pep Club president, Laura?
Well, Laura's going to put up whoever's most qualified, Frida.
Is Jean qualified, Laura? Is she?
You'll find out Thursday, along with the rest of us.
Well, wish I had a friend on the nominating committee.
You have me, Frida.
Well, like I was saying, I saw them together yesterday. Well, Tom said that really there wasn't anything.
Laura. Uh-huh. Laura, I've been thinking.
You ever wonder if we should be allowed to wear pants? Tucker White 94 with 20 bits. That's Jean's way of saying it's not you, Frida.
Maybe for the next few days, while you're working on the nominating committee, well, maybe we shouldn't see each other quite so much.
Are you afraid of what Frida Thompson will say?
Well, sometimes people like Frida Thompson can make a lot of people believe what she says.
Oh, Jean, don't be silly. Why, no one would dare say that you didn't deserve to be nominated for president. Why, you've worked harder than anyone in the club, and you're dependable, and you make good grades,
And you're just about the best friend a girl ever had.
There's nothing
But-
funny about the tools of
Well,
capitalism.
let's not give Frida a chance to do any talking.
all right.
I didn't want the Trump thing, but people filled me in on what he said. It's absolutely despicable. Winch Changer with 40 bits. One piece of the German
nothing
medical
funny about the
conglomerate
tools
that
of
operated
capitalism.
under the Nazis and developed Zyklon B would later go on to develop and sell heroin as a cure for morphine addiction. This company is now known as Bayer Pharmaceuticals. Yeah. Yep. A lot of companies have some really dark pasts, guys. And dark presents. Tucker White 94 with 20 bits. Wait, they cut away before Frida said what Tom said. Now, how will we know what Tom said? It's a mystery.
But I sure hate to have to worry about what people will say.
So do I. But you have to sometimes, I guess. And Laura, if anything ever should come up about one of us, let's ask right out. Get the facts. No jumping to conclusions.
Okay, but I'd never jump to conclusions about you. After all, you're my best friend.
I know. But sometimes people like Frida Thompson can cause an awful lot of trouble between two good friends like us.
Now, do we all understand Mrs. Hoover's instructions?
We each have a candidate to check on. We're to check with faculty members as to grade and personality qualifications
And then we make a report on these things, bring the reports back, and draw up a final slate of the girls based on our findings. Can we go now?
Just a minute. Yes, Mary?
I don't think it's fair to ask Laura to check on Jean, since they're best friends and all.
Well, I'm sure Laura will be objective about it, Mary.
Oh, yes, Mildred. I'm sure Laura will be objective about it. As objective as she
There's
can
nothing funny
be.
about the tools of
Well, how
capitalism.
could she help it? We all know pretty well what Jean's qualifications will be.
Tucker White 94 with 20 bits. All right, class. Next on the agenda is this weekly witch hunt for communists. Tucker White 94 just earned a 10K bits badge. Wow. Nice.
Well, sure. I'm just saying I think it'll look funny for Laura to check on her best friend.
Are you saying that, or is Frida Thompson saying it?
What do you mean?
Okay, hold it. The assignments have been made, and that's that. Now, there's one more thing on Mrs. Hoover's instructions.
Then can we go?
Yes, then you can go. Here it is. Remember, girls, we have to do a lot of talking about people in this office. Because of this fact, Everything talked about in this office must stay in this office. Okay?
That's a really good idea. Give kids a space to talk about other students, and I'm sure that won't get out either way. This isn't even the kids' fault. This is the dumb teacher's fault for thinking this is a good idea.
That's it for now.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
MMO addicted 20 bits. Oh, it's back. I was temporarily unable to throw money at you with this message. Have no fear, your bits inventory is safe. The ability to cheer will return shortly. Fraud! I'm going to sue Twitch. Good luck with that. Or instead of suing them, use that money to give me more bits, and then you'll just be the bit leader. Whatever.
Okay, bye.
Hi, Frida.
Do you still go steady with Jim?
Why, yes.
Does your best friend go steady with him, too?
What do you mean?
Ooh, burn!
Look.
He's opening the car door for her. That slut.
Oh, Frida, he's just taking her home.
Why isn't he waiting for you?
Well,
No, the term going steady was for a long time what people said when they meant, like, we're dating. That was the thing. Did you not know that?
I told him not to because of the meeting.
Well, when the cat's away,
Hello,
the
kitty.
mice will.
Would you like to look out the window? Hi.
Bye now. Why isn't he waiting for you?
Let's not jump to conclusions. Let's always get the
There's
facts.
nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Tiger White 94 with 120 bits. Now I jump to 4,200 bits. Smoke weed every day. Jesus Christ. Come on, kitty.
Yes, Laura, I think Jean would be a good choice for Pep Club president. Jean.
Hello, Mrs. Anderson. Hi,
Hi, Laura.
Hi, Jean.
Here are the tests, all done. Would you like me to put them in the drawer for third hour?
No, just set them on top of the file. I'd like to check them over, please.
Well, thank you very much. Mr.
Jenny.
Summers would like to see you in the office when you're through here.
All right. Thank you. I'll see you both later.
Again. Bye. How she can make up so many different questions year after year, I'll never know. Jean. Oh, Larry. Clear a minute, will you? I have something I'd like to tell you.
What can I do for you, cutie?
You're in Mrs. Anderson's
Ugh.
third hour class, aren't you?
Don't I look?
How about we don't teach dudes to talk to a woman that they've never talked to the first time by saying, how you doing, cutie? Gross. MMO addicted with 500 bits. I'm going to sleep, Tucker. Thanks for the 500 bits.
Clay, I've been up most of the night studying for that quiz of hers.
Well, there's some things I'd like to talk to you about. While we have a few minutes now before class
Mrs. Anderson handed back our test papers this morning. Our boy Larry here got an A.
So what?
So you must have talked to the girl who mimeographed the test.
Jean Browning mimeographed him.
Helpful, wasn't she?
Jean and I were talking the other day in Mrs. Anderson's room about the party we were going to
Guy sounded like a young Boomhauer from King of the Hill, but he's still like, you can still understand what he's saying, but he's starting to slip into the dang old mimeograph, talking to dang. Sounds like he's starting to slip into it.
What color? Big news, big news. Guess who I saw exchanging notes in study hall? I know, teacher. Jim O'Donnell and Jean Brownlee. But I thought Jim was going steady with Laura. That's exactly what makes this big news.
Oh, Frida, don't be silly. Exchanging notes doesn't mean a thing.
Well, I'm just telling you what I saw, and seeing's believing.
Not always.
Well, just yesterday after the meeting, then I... Well, why didn't somebody tell me?
I forgot our lunchroom was incredibly small. Our graduating class has almost 13 people in it.
The reason I think that Jean Brownlee doesn't deserve to be nominated for president.
Well, Laura, you're Jean's best friend, and you wouldn't be bringing in just plain gossip about her. Somehow it just doesn't seem like Jean did help people cheat on a quiz.
Oh, I don't know. She makes pretty high grades for someone who has so many outside activities.
She's smart, that's why.
Sure, she's smart, but she's also human. Besides, this thing's all over school now.
Is that true? Have the rest of you heard about this?
Yes. Rita Thompson saw Jean carrying test papers into Miss Anderson's room.
Oh, well,
What do you mean by, oh, well?
just that sometimes Frida sees more than there is to see.
Jean's best friend saw her with the test papers, too. Didn't you, Laura?
Yes.
Larry Smith wasn't the only poor student to make an A on that test. There was Jean Miller and Frank Horton.
All right. This is getting a little messy. We probably ought to talk to Mrs. Hoover about it.
Why can't we take care of it? Look, Mildred, we all like Jean. But let's admit it, this thing's all over school. If we put Jean's name on the slate now, every girl in the pep club would be screaming about it.
They would. I agree. And I move we drop Jean Brownlee's name from the slate.
How about Cynthia Smith?
Cynthia.
All right.
There's nothing
You
funny
win.
about the tools
We'll
of
put Cynthia's
capitalism.
name on the ballot and scratch Jean's off.
Tucker White 94 with 20 bits. Damn it, girls. You had one rule. Don't talk about prep club. You couldn't even do that. In fairness, in Fight Club, the first two rules of Fight Club are like literally there to get them to talk about Fight Club, so.
But don't forget what Mrs. Hoover said. Everything that's said in this office stays in this office. Now, Jean will probably feel real bad that she's not on the ballot anyway, so let's not make it any worse. All right, now about the other officers.
Let's go to class, Bob.
Hi. Say, thanks for helping me with this gift, Gene. Hey, what's the matter? Your name won't fade off. Cynthia Smith. Well, I'll be. Oh, look, Gene, it's only an office. Why, 20 years from today, you won't even remember it.
Oh, I'll remember it all right. 'Cause it's my best friend's birthday. See you later, Jim.
Bye.
You're not gonna have the same best friend in 30 or 40 years. What are you talking about? Today's the birthday of my best friend from high school, said almost no one. The Shadow Witch with 25 bits. Oh gosh, golly. Anne Marie has given me the vapors and we're going steady. It tain't right.
Golly, Jean, I'm sorry about your not getting on the pep club slate.
Everyone who's up there will do a fine job, I'm sure.
Jean, there's something I want to tell you, for your own good. Now, I can't tell you who told me, but, well, I know why you didn't get on the pep club ballot. You see, when Laura came into the meeting the other day, it came up about that cheating on the tests in Miss Anderson's room. And, well, you mimeographed the test, and Laura saw
There's
you
nothing
talking to
funny
Larry
about the
Smith
tools
that
of
afternoon.
capitalism.
Winchanter with 20 bits. Geez, why do we have shit mental health in this country? Proceeds to stuff that mental anguish down.
I don't understand. It's not true. None of it's true. Laura, you know I wouldn't do a thing like that. Why didn't you come and ask me about it? We weren't supposed to talk about it outside the meeting. You weren't. I don't understand. I thought we were always going to get the facts before we jumped to conclusions. I thought I had the facts. But you didn't.
You betrayed me, and after I gifted you that book of poetry from Sappho.
Didn't. Jean, you're making it worse than it really is. No, I'm not. It's a big lie. You can live it down. Why? Why do I have to live it down? Why do I have to live down
Everybody
a big lie?
betray me.
Laura,
There's nothing funny about
who
the tools
started
of capitalism.
tell me, who started it?
Tucker White says I don't
I
understand.
can't.
Jeez, that was some Tommy
Why?
Wiseau acting. I'm fed up with this world.
Still upset about that pep club deal?
I guess.
Women. Oh, well. Say, happy birthday. Here, take it.
Why, thank you, Jim, but I thought you'd forgotten.
Why should I forget?
There's nothing
I
funny
don't-
about the tools of capitalism.
Bits for
Oh,
Sappho
Jim.
reference. Thanks.
A friendship bracelet. How did you know I wanted one?
Your best friend told me.
Oh?
Yeah, boy, that Jean's a swell gal. You know how I hate to shop for things for girls. The clerks look at you so funny and everything. Well, Jean did all the
Fellas, is it gay to get your girlfriend a present?
shopping while I drove her around. She even wrapped it for me last night. And oh, you know what else she did? She heard about Mrs. Anderson leaving next year, and she and Larry Smith and some of the other kids are arranging a farewell party for her. And oh, and did you hear the lowdown on the good grades in Mrs. Anderson's third-hour class? Seems Tom Gunnison found a copy of the test in the mimeograph room and started circulating it.
A friendship
Hey, what's wrong
bracelet.
with
He
you?
just wants to be
Look,
friends
if that was
with her. I feel like it's a friendship bracelet. It's, you know, they're friends.
Dirty deal about Jean's not getting on the pep ballot, just tell me. Laura, what's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. Go away.
Next year, maybe he'll give her his class pin and they can go steady.
No, nothing was wrong, except that everything was wrong. Can Laura do anything to help Jean now that she's sorted the facts from the gossip? How can you tell the difference between fact and gossip? What do you think?
Cut to reverse shot, and it's just the teacher standing there, and they go, "What? What do you think? What do you mean, what do I think? You just sat here silently writing for 15 minutes and then looked up at me and said, what do you think?" I don't know what you're thinking. Stupid. That's not one of the better PSAs we've watched, but fine. They can't all be the best. It was alright, though. It was entertaining.